Hey y'all, and welcome back to Cooking with Hannah Soul. And today we are going to be making one of my favorite dishes. It is red wine braised short ribs, and they are absolutely delicious and they fall off the bone. So let's jump right on into it. Now, of course, I went ahead and cleaned my meat thoroughly off camera, and then I just went ahead and seasoned them with nothing but salt and some white pepper because it's really all you need. After our vegetables and herbs, it's going to come together and you don't want to over season these. So once you get it all mixed in, you're going to take your skillet and definitely use a heavy bottom skillet because we want these to sear evenly. Add a thin layer of olive oil and lay in your short ribs. So guys, you want to make sure you don't overcrowd your skillet because we want to get a nice sear on these like you would a steak. So don't overcrowd, and definitely, as I was saying, use a heavy bottom skillet. I always use a Dutch oven when I'm making short ribs because they really do help the evenness of the cooking. And you're going to be throwing this in the oven on 400 degrees for 2.5 to 3 hours. So they really do help lock in the moisture. So if you have a Dutch oven, absolutely great. But if not, just use a heavy baking dish to cook these in the oven. Now, once you're done searing your short ribs on all sides, go ahead and pull them out of the skillet and toss in your vegetables. We're using carrots and onions. You can also add some celery if you like. And you're just going to cook these until your onions begin to become translucent. Then we're going to add in some tomato paste and get that stirred all good. And then we're going to basically add some flour to start the roux for our gravy that's going to be cooking and developing while it's in the oven. So go ahead and toss in your flour and give it a quick stir. Make sure you get most of that moisture out of the skillet. And then we're going to be adding in our red wine. Now, you can definitely use some red cooking wine if it's all that you have. But if you have a good Malbec or anything that's really deep in flavor, it's going to bring these flavors out even more. So you can always add that. And then once you get that combined, go ahead and add your short ribs back and bring it to a boil. Next, we're going to be adding in our beef stock and our last ingredients. Now, I use just cloves of garlic, but you can also take a full head of garlic and just chop off the top and throw it inside of here. And then add in some rosemary and thyme. Bring it to a slight boil, cover it with a lid, and throw it in the oven on 400 degrees for 2.5 to 3 hours. And then, bam, this is what you got. Oh, we did good, y'all. And of course, I'm not going to leave you without plating. And I made some roasted garlic mash a little bit ahead of time. I'm going to leave the full recipe in the description box below. And then you just top that with one of those short ribs and some of that gravy. And you got you some good eating, y'all. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed because I did. Don't forget to follow your girl on Instagram and TikTok. All of my links to my social media as well as to buy a cookbook will be in the description box. And until next time, bye y'all.